Fancy meeting you all here. My name is John Bolt, and this is another episode of Free For All, our free-to-play series associated with the Hell Hades Free-to-Play Challenge 2025. And let's just take a second and thank the sponsors of the Free-to-Play 2025, Raid Shadow Legends, AMG, Method, Fateless, HH Gaming, and Min M&D. All right. What have we been up to? Well, we've been basically only in campaign, but what have we done is we've used campaign to get ourselves 5-star gear with the right main stat, even though it doesn't always correlate to the best ideal piece. It gets us a set that's going to keep KO and lifesteal. We got 5-star boots. We got attack percent with the crit rate sub. We got crit rate gloves. And honestly, we got good substats. I'll take HP percent. I know it kills or increases damage, but it gives him good stats. And then we got a ring with a little attack percent and speed. And then a crappy shield. Now the shield definitely needs to go. But that's just all I had. Looks like we need about 6% more crit rate. He's fully mastered. He's ready to go. As you can see, we also 6-starred Tagore. We're kind of in the process of trying to accomplish the same thing with him, where we are just going through campaign. We're farming chests. We're going to try to get him an HP percent chest plate. We might go back through and try to get him an HP percent glove as well, because this ability here scales off of his HP, I believe. Yeah, so just to try to maximize the heal, we do that. That would be great. Okay, and then what we have here is Cold Heart, just in kind of a make-piece set, but we got 5-star crit rate gloves with attack percent, crit damage. I guess attack percent doesn't particularly matter, but with the little speed substat, we have defensive percent chest with speed and crit rate, and we're working on getting some some boots that are going to end up being 5-star also. And then obviously Alice out there, just got her a day or two ago. We just kind of have her in some makeshift pieces. We haven't really put any big work into her, besides I did have this fairly solid piece, but I want 5-star gear on the bottom row, like minimum, just to try to enable her like base stats the most. So what's our game plan for today? Well, what we're gonna do is given we're about a week in, almost exactly, we've been pushing some missions, not like super hard, but what we're gonna do is we're just gonna continue to push those a little bit, and we are going to then probably either farm the dragon, depending on what the speed, do we get a 3x speed with it, or maybe something better than that. And then what we have to do is start thinking about who our next 3-star is, because I've been putting a lot of multi-battles back into campaign, kind of doing the same thing, just trying to look for a 5-star in the proper main stat that we can get, and then using that as just gear as a placeholder until we get enough 6-stars that I feel confident going into a dungeon. Yeah, and so that's about it. As far as the dungeons go, we really haven't pushed. I used some missions that we were beating, like the Arbiter Missions that we were beating, as opportunities to push a little bit. So, for example, like get certain, like the one we're on with Ice Gown, where we need like 4 or 5-star pieces of gear or something like that from Ice Golem. Like I used that same one in Dragon, to try to push in Dragon just a little bit. Like nothing crazy, but just to see how far can we get. And as always, this boss is just a pain in the butt. And in the process, we've been just kind of leveling passively Sabbatha, and she's going to be pretty good. The increased defense, increased attack is great, and so she's actually going to be on my short list here. I just don't know. Like, obviously, Alice is going to be pretty good. Sabbatha's real good. Coldheart right now is probably hitting hard enough with her Heartseeker ability where I don't really know if I need more out of her in this particular moment. And then obviously Ugo. Ugo's issue is she's just not booked. So once she's booked, she's going to be much more productive. This might be the highest level we're going to be able to beat. And she's just not booked right now. So she's really good, but just not booked. That's an issue. We don't really even have great gear on her. I probably should re-gear her, given that we have, well, hopefully it's still live, the free re-gear like token. That's going to be very valuable for us. Okay, so let's hopefully we get out of this alive. Yep, give me a little health here. There we go. All right, those minions, if you can't take them down, they're bad news for the team. Okay. A little crit rate on that. We'll take that. You'll never know if you get a little off piece that just needs a little crit rate. So let's just take a look. I mean, she's got us set to get a little accuracy. It's just, this is just bad. This is just actively bad. Now I know I have an accuracy main piece somewhere around here that has speed. So that could be good enough, but I also want her to be able to survive. And then I'm really tempted to get her in a speed set at that point, just given that we don't have really much of anything else, because we've just haven't been farming, just have not been farming campaign, or anything but campaign. And that's just kind of the choice that we make. Actually, in the meantime, though, we did actually get a set that I'm like comfortable with on Bellower also. So he's on the list. He's just a little further way down. He's pretty versatile, though. Like, decrease attack, decrease speed, block active skills. What more could you ask for? And when I get him ascended, looks like you get a decreased defense, too. He's a stud. All right, yeah, so let's just go ahead and finish these missions. Maybe we'll end up getting... So I gotta get 5 or 6 star gear. This one could be a bit of a grind. Let's see if we can get up one more stage. Coldheart's probably bad for this fight because her Heartseeker is going to just activate the boss. It's kind of my hunch. I don't know. We're going to have to see. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to work through a series of these. You don't have to necessarily watch all of these fights. And I'll be back in a minute. We made it. Took us a while, but we sure did it. Okay, it's kind of nice that we were able to get some 6-star pieces, potential mixed in there, given that we're farming stage 13. That was the highest that we've been able to hit on the ice column. Not that we've particularly been putting time into that dungeon. All right, so now we have to unlock 3 tier 2 masteries for 4 champions. 3 tier 2 masteries for 4 different champions. So tier 2 is considered what? Is this considered tier 2, or is tier 2 the green ones? Because that one could take us a little while. Now, luckily, what we have been able to do is we were able to push into stage 15. It was a bit sketch, but we we're able to do it. And that's the important part. So we can, and we intentionally, we have not done masteries, because I think I've come to the conclusion that I think I'm likely to play this account for a year, just until next year. So I did unlock the gem mine. I know that's probably not great for the channel. I did the math, and it's short of a break even in 3 months. Not by a lot, but yeah, I just decided that because I think this is something I plan on playing for more than the 3 months. Can't imagine I have an easy time just letting an account go after that amount of time. All right, we got Dragon Tournament. We got Sabbatha. Great top rewards. Look at that. We want almost literally everything in here, and we do want the silver. That's just not enough silver to get going. Okay, so let's see what is the, and it's 2x speed. So yeah, we might see if we can push to 15. It'd be great. I mean, there's no way. We don't have enough 6 stars. Yeah, so we'll just farm what we're gonna be able to farm. Man, but I have to get some masteries for that challenge, and that's 100 energy. It's gonna cost me way more than 100 energy doing that, probably. Okay, let's see what the clan boss brought us in. As far as clan boss, we're 1 king normal, and then actually 3 king hard. So that probably means we're ready just to move up the ladder. We'll see. I mean, like, every day there's just like a slight noticeable growth. And what we have, well, HP percent, I suppose I'll take that. Gems are always welcome around here. Gems are still always welcome, and these are actually very welcome because we want to level up our bellower. Okay, so let's think. Yeah, let's go ahead and get this clock going again, so then when the reset hits tonight, we can use both of these. This is just the group I've been using just because they kind of crank out the most damage. It's not like a team. You know what I mean? Like, they just are champions that happen to hit the hardest. I think I have a good plan for moving forward, because Taragi's going to be on our list, but right now, man, he's just not doing it for me. Well, just because he doesn't have good gear and he's not leveled up. I mean, he's not on my priority list. Man, I'll tell you, I'm being honest, I'm thinking about getting Dawncaller leveled to 60 next, because increased defense, increased attack, heal on the A1. And I'm contemplating maybe going and farming up myself a set of Guardian gear. And with that Guardian gear, giving her a little bit of health every turn, as well as trying to keep the team alive even more than what she's already doing. And she does a pretty good job of that. So, because you'd be surprised how effective a double reviver team just is. It's pretty effective, because generally speaking, once you have speed boots on them, they're going to be a lot faster than the waves that you're going to face. So like in the Solely Voids account, we got kind of hard carried by Reliquary Tender slash Broadmaw for a long time, and we beat a lot of content just by having that. Because if one went down, the other one was able to pick it up. And then additionally, this one, Dawncaller, having, I mean, just think of the buffs I'm getting. Increased defense, increased attack, increased speed. You know. And so then at that point, once I get her to 6-star, if I can get her in a Guardian set, which I should be able to get her in kind of a crappy one, like 4-star, but that'll do for now. Then we can get Ugo to 50, and then we can start cooking. The only problem is books is going to be a huge issue. For obvious reasons, Ugo takes 1 billion books. She actually does not. She takes a very, very honest amount of books. Alright, so, yeah. There's just so much I want to do. I can't even really, because I also want to get Coldheart up, I want to get Ugo up, I want to get Taragi up, I want to get Alice up. You know, we had 2 6-stars by the time we got Alice, so that makes me, what do you call it? like, part of me wouldn't have minded getting Alice to 6-star right away, because I'm sure she smacks way harder than a Kale ever would, but realistically, we don't even have the gear right now. We're just trying to get, I want to get to the point where I have a couple 6-stars, maybe 2, but besides Kale, so either 2 or 3, and then we're just going to farm that Minotaur real hard. But I don't think we're quite at that point for myself yet. I think I want to get minimum another champion 2 6-stars. So before I finish that mission on the Arbiter challenges, I think I'm going to try to push a second 6-star. All right. This might be our all-timer here. I think actually last night we might have hit 6 mil. It's tough to say. But 5.5 mil on hard, that's an easy 3 key. And I'm not going to complain about that. And look at that. We fall right into a little bit more energy. Alright, so we did hit 40, so that means we hit the Doom Tower. And we've been able to push up pretty well. Up into here. And I obviously just got a few more silver keys just now. So I didn't get all of them, and this is just my team, and it's pretty straightforward. It does it in relatively ease. You know, 1 champion with masteries and some support. Haven't done it on my computer yet. Mostly play on the iPad, for those who are uninformed. You know, sitting on the couch, watching TV. You know, this game's really easy to watch TV with, and play. Okay. We're probably not going to watch the entire... Well, we'll watch one run. We're not going to watch both of them. I guess I didn't need to do both. But anyway, it's just kind of what you think it is. We just outstat, overpower them. Kale with lifesteal and masteries is just going to wreck the Griffin. Poisons do as much work as they're gonna. If we can get a Cold Heart to stay alive, and occasional Heart Seekers pretty big time. You know, just take a big chunk of the hit, and it gets a little messy every now and then, but you know, we tend to power through it. I haven't seen it fail. And then I have started finding Guardian pieces, because if I can get just 1 HP percent glove or chest, I'll farm the other ones either from campaign or maybe this dungeon run that we're going to go into here in Dragon. And we're going to try to get Dawn Collar, I think, in a Guardian set. And that's going to help us in Clan Boss quite a bit, just staying alive. Because then she'll heal herself on top of the A1 healing others. So, yeah. Let's see if we can get a good piece here. Let's go. We're looking for... We want gauntlets. HP percent. We get 2 shots at it. We'll take that. That's a very good piece. That's a huge upgrade compared to what I had previously. That one I'm not going to keep. Okay. Yeah. So, really, sometimes I feel like we're all over the place. We did burn through some gems and silver, getting 2 ancient shards. And otherwise, I think it's going to be worth us to finally... I know I said I'm not going to farm the dungeons, but I think that these rewards are good enough for us to actually push. And they're pretty attainable if we're farming stage 13. So what I think our game plan is going to be, is we're going to attempt to farm 13 or higher. I do have 1 food champion in here, because I think the remaining 4 are going to be able to carry me through this. And we're going to use this opportunity as to get 1 food champion slowly leveled up while we level up Dawn Collar. And once she's leveled up, I may even consider bringing in somebody like Cold Heart to get levels in her, or even Alice. And then what we're going to do is hope that this team can still beat the Dragon Boss. We will see here in a moment. And that is going to be the next couple days. We're just going to grind this, try to get those top rewards. And then after that, we got to get right back to that 6-star grind, because as I've kind of mentioned, I want to be the guy that has 6 stars, because I think 6 stars is going to equal success, especially early. And the earlier we have 6 stars, the earlier we can farm the Minotaur, because I want to farm the Minotaur effectively while getting champions that I want to get masteries. So I think that is going to be our plan of action, is do this one event, this one tournament, and then see what we can do, or see how hard we can push in champ training. All right, so this run's looking promising, and at the end of the run, I will let you go. It's nice that it's magic affinity. We do really struggle when things are force affinity, but hopefully we're able to get some solid gear, maybe a couple 6-star pieces here or there, but even some solid 4 or 5 is going to be well worth our time. Assuming that we survive, because this could be a big hit, but the leech for Ugo is going to be useful here. Is that enough poisons to get it down? Yes, it is. Okay, so this looks like it's going to be a safe farm with 1 piece of food. You gotta love it. All right. Now let's finish the job. Okay. I guess also not to be unnoticed is that Tagore is also not level 60 yet, so getting him there will be also of great benefit to us. All right, there it is. Speed with speed. I'll take speed with accuracy. Ugo, look out. And those aren't quite for me. Okay, this will help us get a little more silver too. All right, folks, that's the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out, and I'll see you on the other side.